Okay, to prepare the saline bag, first remove the cap, make sure the stopcock is open, and fill the bag to 1/3 to 1/2 full. So once the bag is full, we'll close the stopcock and put the cap back on. Okay, now that we have our saline bag filled, we're going to prepare the pad to connect the tubing to the bag. First thing we want to do is make sure that the end stopcocks are closed so our water doesn't run out on us. Next, we're going to connect the tubing to the bag. So you're going to want to take off the cap and connect the tubing there. Now that we have our saline bag connected to our pad, we're going to remove all of the air from the line. First thing we want to do is lay the bag down, put the pad upright, open up the line that you have connected the tubing to, and then slowly raise your bag to let the air come out of the line. And you will know it's out when the water comes out of the stopcock, like that. Highest level on top of the pool to simulate the artery, giving it the highest pressure. And then we are going to hang the top tube, which is venous, a little bit lower, probably about 12 inches off the table there. To demonstrate the Compass Vascular Access, you're going to want to have a Compass Vascular Access device, a standard syringe, a standard introducer needle, a guide wire, and your prepared pressurized pad. So the first thing you'll want to do is take the device and turn it on. You'll do that by holding down the button until you see the 2 zeros. That means it's not only turned on but also calibrated. Next thing is go ahead and secure your syringe, and I always tell people to put that on nice and tight because they won't be taking that off. And then also attach your needle. These are standard lure connections, so any syringe, any needle are going to work. And also a reminder to the clinicians, the physicians, that they want to keep their bevel up and screen up. And so it could be possible as they're reaching for their guide wire that they accidentally go through the back wall into the vein or into the artery, and then they would see that pressure pop there. That gives them a nice warning signal, not only by the number but by the flashing of the number, that they are out of the vein and into the artery. On the side here is the pressure bar that's more of an instant pressure, and arterial, that's going to be that'll be pulsatile. And then as you go back into the vein and you see the number settle, this bar over here will then be respiratory variations. So now that we're back in the vein, we're ready to advance our guide wire. And as I'm going through this process, I'm reminding the customer that they're getting continual confirmation that their needle tip is in the vein, and then as they're feeding their guide wire through this double valved guide wire port, that they will then be getting continual confirmation that their guide wire is now venous as well. So then once the guide wire is in place, then they can go ahead and remove the entire assembly here and finish the rest of the insertion as usual. Once they have finished the insertion, I remind customers that they can take the needle off and attach it to the pigtail of the catheter for one final confirmation of venous placement. This also helps them comply with the 2012 ASA guidelines that recommend confirmation of needle, wire, and catheter.